We saw in a previous lesson how to use gpedit.msc. If you got the impression that to use it you need a very profound know-how on the right configurations, you are right. Also, I showed some ways to know how to get the best configuration policy, like ChatGPT, if you remember. ConfigureDefender is quite a simple application that can get us the policies of Windows Defender easily according to the level of security that we want to achieve. So for this purpose, you should go to the address showed by the green arrow and download it from there. Do not use another URL as this might be a phishing site. Click on the code button indicated by the blue arrow and click on the download zip button indicated by the orange button. You should then go to the folder to where you downloaded the file and unzip it. Okay, so let's click on the application ConfigureDefender, extract all. I can do run directly. Yes. Okay, so here we have the application. Let's close this one. What we have here is the default, okay, default protection level configured. This is basically the basic Defender settings when you install Windows. So you can see that you can still enable or disable some stuff, even though you are in the default. You can see that a lot of features are disabled in the default mode. Okay, and this is the basic Defender configuration. You have the high configuration, which is higher protection. So you can see that you have more features here that are on. Okay, and still there are some some features that are in warn. Because you can get some warning when you get this action in Windows, and then you decide what to do. But you still can change it to on, audit, or disabled beside the one. And basically each feature here, you can change it to some other operational states. Okay, we will not go into all these features in each level of protection. Now we are high, but I will show you later in this lesson that you can use ChatGPT to get the exact knowledge that you need about any features. For example, cloud delivery protection. I will show an example, and cloud protection level. And you can do the same for any other stuff. But the idea is the following: if even you that you are not aware want to deal with each feature here, you can just rely on the high. For it shows you here that you press this button to set Microsoft Defender Advanced setting most of the ASR, attack surface reduction rules, and other advanced settings will be enabled. So this is the state that I recommend, and you will basically, I don't have any false positive issues when I'm in this position. You have interactive, which is press this button to enable all available advanced setting in interactive mode. So you can get each one according to what you want to get in each features. And you have the maximum mode is, tells you that you press this button to enable all available advanced settings. They should be applied only by advanced user because of many false positive. So really the max level is not recommended because you can get a lot of many false positive. But this is really for more advanced, if you are advanced user, you can use it because if you have an issue, you will probably know how to solve it. And I will show some situations, of course. This is basically a very simple but very efficient application to configure Windows Defender. And again, please note that even that you choose a state, if you have some specific issue with each one of the features here, you can still have some kind of flexibility. So once you choose it, you refresh it, and then it gets to be valid. And you have some more info that you can get here. About the system in general, okay? There's an info about Defender. You can get help, so where you can get some more information about the fault and next, etc. Okay, so this is the help. But as I will show you, ChatGPT is very efficient and gives you a lot of information and on every feature that you have interest. You have info here where you get some more information about the protection levels and also some specific settings that you can see in the application. So this is another way to know how to configure each one of the rules in the interface. So here you can see another possibility to check for the right configuration of the rules that you see in the interface. But as you can see, you can get even more information by using correctly ChatGPT, as I will show you in the following. So this is an example how we can use ChatGPT to understand how to configure some features in ConfigureDefender. So I made here a question, what is the use of the feature cloud protection level in the application ConfigureDefender? Okay, which is one of the features that I showed you in the demo lesson. So ChatGPT returns and explaining a lot of information about this feature. So let's see, most important part of it, in ConfigureDefender, the feature cloud protection level controls how aggressively Microsoft Defender antivirus uses Microsoft cloud-based threat intelligence to detect and block new, unknown, or rapidly spreading malware. So Microsoft has quite a very good cloud intelligence database. So when you enable this feature, the system goes to this database to check a lot of stuff, as we can see in the following. In simple terms, it adjusts how strict and how fast Defender reacts to suspicious files using the cloud. So, and I can tell you that in this sense, Windows Defender is actually at least as good as the best antivirus defenders, antivirus in the market. Like whatever you want, Bitdefender, McAfee, Kaspersky, whatever. So you can have a lot of features in the Windows Defender that even others solution doesn't have, and actually it's a top antivirus and anti-malware solution if you know how to configure it well, like using, for example, ConfigureDefender, as we are talking about right now. So what cloud protection does? When enabled, Microsoft Defender sends metadata about suspicious file to Microsoft, checks files against real-time global threat data, can block brand new malware within seconds before signature exists. This is basically zero-day attacks when you don't have even a signature yet. So like heuristic viruses and malware and stuff like this, ransomware, fileless malware, it's another type of malware, suspicious scripts and execution, we can see it later. Cloud protection level in ConfigureDefender. ConfigureDefender lets you set different maps, cloud protection levels, like for example, disable, so it tells you exactly what it does when you do the disable basic, advanced, high, recommend. This is the one I actually recommend, because you will almost have no false positive like you might have when you configure the max feature. So here you have full real-time cloud protection, instant blocking of new threats, best balance of security and performance, which is important. Aggressively high blocking, very strict behavior, blocks anything even slightly suspicious, high security, but may cause false positive. So this is when you choose the max option, which I don't recommend. Also, from my experience, there are very few issues with Max, but but you need to be very inside this stuff in order to resolve an issue when you get it. So that's why I'm recommending the high options and choosing block options between the options that you have in this feature. Okay, so why this feature is important? So again, there are a lot of arguments why it's important. And this is important. Without it, Defender relies only on local virus definition, which is slower and less effective. So best settings for most people, for home users and professionals, it's cloud protection level high, as I recommended and showing in the demo, and the feature block or enable, depends on the version that you are using. And this is the best configuration for this feature. The privacy note and some other more deeper explanation on all the functioning of these features. It's not necessary to go so deep. So this is an example how to use ChatGPT in order to understand better how to get the best protection by when using ConfigureDefender, when configuring Windows Defender by this application.